Welcome back to Gray here at the fossil site here right outside the Hands-On Museum. We are at the Gray fossil site this morning, and I am joined by Shay, Maden, the assistant collections manager here. Thank you for meeting us out here. They're actually digging in the pit right behind us right now. Talk to us about what they're doing out there right now.
So currently we are digging in what's called the mastodon pit. So this is where our large elephant-like animal, our mastodon, was excavated starting in 2015 and wrapping up in 2019. So they're working on a couple of different things. Some rhinos have been coming out of this pit, including some juvenile rhinos, which is very exciting for us.
It seems like we're constantly making discoveries out here. We get press releases all the time, and we get to come out and explore and look around. You all love this area. I mean, this is such a great find here in Gray, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it is very exciting because it is an active research site. You know, we are constantly excavating, we're constantly doing research on the things that we're finding.
And recently you found some deer fossils. They're precursors to the deer that we have here, the white-tailed deer that we have here now.
Absolutely, and that's very exciting because, you know, in East Tennessee today you see deer all the time, and these deer are different. They are an extinct species, so they're quite a bit smaller than modern white-tailed deer, but they are one of the earliest fossil records of deer in North America. Deer evolved in Asia, they made their way into North America, and their presence here in Tennessee around 5 million years ago tells us that they dispersed across the continent very quickly.
And you actually have one on display downstairs here at the Gray Fossil Site.
Yes, so one of our new exhibits that was installed earlier this year has a tibia or a shin bone from that deer. So that's Eocoileus gentriorum, which is also known from Florida.
When you look at all of the species of animals that have been discovered out here, short-faced bears, tapirs, mastodons, rhinos, it's amazing the amount of life that we've had here in this area here in Gray.
Yes, it's a fantastic deposit, and we owe a lot to ETSU and to the state for allowing us to, you know, have the museum right here on the deposit. The fact that we have such close proximity and that we have the funding and the manpower that we have is really what allows us to continue these excavations and continue this research.
And I ask you, for you personally, what is this research like? What really piques your interest?
I really like the tiny fossils. So most of my research has been on fish, salamanders, and other things with teeny tiny bones that we need microscopes to see. They tell us a lot about specifically the local environment and help us to sort of interpret what the paleo environment was like.
From what you've learned from the research that's been done here, what was the environment like here?
So it would have been a little bit warmer than the modern day. It would have been a little bit wetter, so more precipitation throughout the year and sort of less seasonal extremes. But overall, we're looking at a dense broadleaf forest, so relatively similar to the types of forests that we have here today. And many of the animals are, like the deer, reflective of animals that we still have here today, with a few exceptions, things like mastodons, things like rhinos.
How long do you think, I mean, discoveries are going to continue? You all have really not scratched the surface here. It's a no pun intended, but really, you really haven't scratched the surface here.
Oh yeah, we have estimated it would probably take us upwards of 10,000 years at our current rate of excavation to excavate the whole deposit. We're looking at 4.5 acres of material, and yeah, like you said, we have barely scratched the surface.
So this could be a learning center for a long, long time.
Yes, for a very long time. And there are plenty of things that are excavated, that are out of the ground, that are just waiting for a careful eye to take a look at them and describe them.
When students come through here and you're talking to them or you're talking to anybody about this, what is that message you try to get across to them?
That this is, you know, an active research site, and there is a place for people who are interested in learning. If you want to contribute to, you know, the scientific process, we definitely have a place for you here. We've had plenty of undergraduates. The Deer Project actually was headed up by one of our undergraduate students who recently graduated. You know, the world is your oyster. There's plenty of opportunities to get involved.
All right. Shay, we appreciate you so much. Folks, the Gray Fossil Site and Hands-On Discovery Center are located right in Gray, Tennessee. They would love for you to come out and visit. They have their operating hours up on there. We'll have them posted on our website as well. We'll be back with more daytime coming up in just a few moments.